Welcome back. So we're thinking about worst possible idea. In a scenario like designing for a possum box, we have a various amount of stakeholders. We think about that sometimes as a stakeholder circle, where in the center is our primary stakeholder, and as we move out, our secondary and tertiary. Okay, so we could be thinking about our possum as the user, and secondary would be the owner or the person who approaches you as the designer. So the owner of the yard or the house or the park, the Brisbane City Council. And if we're thinking about worst possible ideas, we've done a brainstorming for the possum, but what about the worst possible ideas from the stakeholder? And remembering in this situation, our stakeholder loves Bauhaus. So principles of Bauhaus, the geometry, the simple lines, the new materials and technologies. Okay, so we're trying to do opposite, worst possible idea. Opposite to Bauhaus, perhaps it's arts and crafts. So maybe we have something that's super ornate and detailed. Maybe it's really organic in nature. Maybe it's something like that has detail on the edges that are swivelly, and the possum might be in here, and maybe we've got engravings. Maybe we could think about the colours of Bauhaus, and instead they're more natural colours. Maybe the worst possible idea could be really old traditional materials. Maybe we make it out of cardboard, so when it rains it's going to go soggy. Maybe we make it out of something that might break. Maybe it's made of silk. Okay, so have a think about worst possible ideas from your secondary stakeholder as well as the primary user, and also from a tertiary level. So tertiary could be people from the community coming in and looking at it. How would it look if they were to observe it in a tree or in the position where it could be? Perhaps a really bad thing from a stakeholder's point of view is, what if they kept hitting their head on it? What if it was really too low and it was in the way or too big? Perhaps it was unusable. Perhaps it looked ugly from the outside. What would ugly look like? Have a go.